Hi, this is Jaya. Now we shall see the summary of T.S. Pillai's Chemeen. Chemeen is actually a very beautiful love story written by T.S. Pillai. Sorry, that is Takari Shivashankara Pillai, and he wrote this book in 1956. And this book is based on the fishermen's life who are living in Kerala. The main characters are actually there are many main characters, and each character is a very powerful character portrayed in this. First we will see what is the story. Chembarankunji is a man who is living with his wife and two daughters, and he is a fisherman, and his only ambition in life is that he should have his own boat, and he wants to have his own fish net for doing fishing and earning more money. And what happens is he meets one person called as Parikutti, who is a Muslim trader. He talks with him and somehow he borrows money from him, and Parikutti gives him the money, saying that since Parikutti is a trader, he says, okay, I'll give you money, you buy the boat, but whatever fish you are buying, you must sell only to me and not to others. Whatever fish you are catching, you must sell only to me and not to others. And Chembarangunji also agrees because he needs money, and this keeps on going on. Now this Chembarangunji has two daughters. First one is Kartama, and she is a very beautiful girl. And Parikutti and Kartama, they fall in love with each other. Now what happens is Kartama's mother's name is Chakki. She comes to know about this love, and then she tells her daughter, this is against our religious practice, and social status is also different. He is very rich and we are not like that. Another thing is he is a Muslim, whereas we belong to the fisherman community. So this will not succeed, like your love will not be successful in your life. So Kartama, also understanding the situation, she sacrifices her love. And what happens is Chembarangunji, he comes to know about a person called Palani, and this Palani is an orphan. He does not have anyone as his relative, and so he arranges marriage with his daughter Kartama, and Kartama also quietly marries him. And after getting married, Kartama leaves that place along with Palani to go to another village. At that time what happens is after she leaves, Chakki falls sick. And so what happens is Chembarangunji, he goes and calls Kartama to come and take care of his mother. But Kartama knows that if she comes back to her father's house, there are chances for her to meet her lover Parikutti. So she does not want to complicate her life, because now she is settled with Palani, and Palani is a very loving husband. So she refuses to come in spite of knowing that her mother is very sick. And so her refusal of coming back makes Chembarangunji very unhappy, and he says, you are not at all my daughter, I don't want to do anything more. And Chembarangunji, what happens is he's still in touch with Parikutti, and Parikutti also tries to help this family because of his love of Kartama. And Chembarangunji, after buying one boat, he wants to buy many boats and give it for others, lease it out. So he goes to Parikutti and he asks him money, and Parikutti is not able to refuse him because he is his lover's father. He gives him money and he becomes bankrupt. And Chakki, being very sick, now she dies. After her death, like Chembarangunji has another younger daughter, and he also needs someone to take care of him. So he marries another woman called as Papikunji. And this Papikunji is a widow, like her husband had already died. And from him only this Chembarangunji had brought his first boat. So she marries him and she comes to this place. And now what happens is the second daughter, the first daughter's name is Kartama, second daughter's name is Panjami. Like after her father marries second time, she does not want to stay back there because of the way they are treating her and all that. So she leaves her father and she comes and stays with Kartama. Now Kartama is become a very good wife, and she becomes a mother of a child also. And what happens is, though they are staying in another village, the news that Kartama was in love with another person, Parikutti, spreads from that village and comes to this village also. Though Palani hears it, he trusts his wife. He knows she loves him a lot, and he has full faith in his wife. So he comes to know about this, but he does not question her, and he trusts her a lot. But his friends all, they make fun of him, and they are not willing to join with him, because in the fishermen's community, the women's character is very important. So what they do is, they outcast him. They do not join him, and they say, we will not come for fishing along with you. So now what happens is, Palani has to go only alone, and he does the fishing to come, and he is a very good fisherman also. Now what happens is, one night Kartama and Parikutti, they meet by an accident, because Parikutti, what happens is, after Kartama's left, he is always thinking only about Kartama, and though he knows that she is married, he is not able to forget her. So every night he will be sitting and he will be singing songs in her memory, and he always he is longing for her. And since he has also lost all his money, and he understood that that is, he will not get back his money also, and more than money, it is his lost love which haunts him. So one day he comes near her village itself, and they meet each other, and they past love is again awakened. At the same time, Palani, who is gone for fishing, in his bait, a very large shark gets caught. So what happens is, he is not, if he leaves off, means that shark will keep on swimming, like it makes a swirl. Swirl means it will go, the water will be going round and round and round, like if you are in a boat or even a huge ship, will get drowned very easily. He is not able to leave the shark, and he tries his level best to pull the shark also. But this shark, what happens is, it gets caught in the bait, and it goes round and round and round, and creates a whirl in which he gets caught. And here Parikutti and Kartama, they have relationship which is totally believed to be a tradition in the fisherman's family, that when the husband is out, the wife has to be very sacred, and naturally the fisher women are said to be very good in their character, otherwise it will affect the whole family. And what we see the next day is, Palani gets swallowed in the sea, and Kartama and Parikutti, they fall in the sea, and they give up their life, because they know that they have committed a sin, like it is not proper for their life. So they decide, instead of living as separate persons, we will die together. So they die, and their dead body is washed ashore, and near them itself, in a little bit distance, Palani, he does not leave the bait, he pulls also shark. So the shark also dies, and Palani also dies, and their body is also washed in the shore. And this is one of the best novels, and it was also made as a movie, and it is still acclaimed to be one of the best movies in Malayalam. And if you see, means we can understand about each and every character. It is a very, like, each and every character is said to be very important. Like if you see, means this movie mainly talks about the belief and the customs of the fishermen, and each character is said to be very good, because Kartama's father Chemparangunji, though he is a fisherman, generally these fishermen, they do not keep money, they do not hoard money. That is one belief they have, but he is shown as a very greedy person, and from the beginning itself he will be saving money, because he wants to have his own boat. And after he gets one boat, he wants many boat and all that. And his friend and his wife Chucky, she keeps on supporting him, she encourages him, but she dies. And Chucky is shown as a very strong person in this novel, and she is the main reason for Chembarangunji's success. And another thing is for Karatama to give up her life also, because she is very particular about the tradition which is being practiced all over there. So she understands of her daughter's pain, struggle, but she stands as a pillar and as a strong person, and gets her married to Palani. And then we have their neighbor Nallapennu, who always fights with Chucky, and she also envies them, because they were all same, but suddenly she finds this Chembarangunji buying a boat, and then they prospering. All that is there. But even though in the beginning she is fighting with them and shown as a very jealous person, finally we find her that after Chembarangunji gets married the second time, she only supports Panjami, the second daughter of Chembarangunji. And what happens is she gives us shelter. She gives shelter even for the second wife of Chembarangunji, that is Papi Kunji. Because Chembarangunji, after becoming rich, he starts getting married second time also. He does not change. He is very greedy and his ways of life changes. So Papi Kunji is suffering and she gives shelter to her also. So all this shows her as a very strong character. And of course, we don't find much about Panjami, the second daughter, because she is a very small girl. But finally she only comes back and she stays with Kartama. And Kartama itself is one of a very important character, because she falls in love, which happens at that tender age, and her love is true. But when her mother says, she understands the tradition and she gets married to Parani. And after getting married to Parani, she becomes a very sincere wife and a loving mother, and she loves Parani a lot. And we find that she lives a very comfortable and a very satisfying life. She is very happy with the way lives are going. If she has not met Parikutti again, maybe her life would have been really happy and well settled. And she is very happy that her husband respects her and loves her a lot. And though he knows her past, his love does not change for her. And if you notice, means the other characters are Palani, the husband of Kartama. He is shown as a very honorable person. He is an orphan, and after getting married, he loves her a lot, he trusts her a lot, he knows her past life, but he is very happy the way she is. And the most sympathetic character is Parikutti, who falls in love with Kartama, but he is not able to marry her, and he understands the customs and the tradition, and that he is a Muslim, and Kartama is not in his community, and so he does not disturb her. And even when he comes to know that she is going to marry, he gets away from the life. But after she gets married and moves away, he is not able to forget her, and every day he keeps yearning for her, and that is what makes him to come in search of her there. But finally both of them die. The thing is, not just them, because of the traditional belief of the fishermen, we find that even Parani gets caught in the ship in the sea, and he also gets drowned. And the main character in this thing is Mother Sea, which throughout the novel is written as Kadalamma. And it shows the scenes and the rich fishing done there, and the abundant number of fishes caught by the fishermen. The beautiful life of the fishermen is written in the book in a very picturesque way. You can literally visualize it. And the main thing is, here he has concentrated on the myth which is in the fisherman's life, about how the chastity of the wife is the one which is protecting the fishermen who have gone to the sea to catch fish. And once from the house, if the men leave, the women are said to be very faithful to them, to their wife, and only when the wife is faithful, the Kadalamma, that is a Mother Sea, will take care of the family. This is one of the belief in the fishermen's community, and this is beautifully shown in the book. And the final scene, we see a young girl crying with a baby in her arms, and this is, we know, the younger sister of Kartama, Panjami. And it's a very haunting story. Like, once you read the story, it will be in your mind for a long time. And those who want, you can even watch the movie, because the movie has represented exactly what is written in the novel. I hope this story is nice to listen, and I hope you loved the video. Please like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe. Thank you.